Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Friends Season 8, Episodes 15 and 16. So, continuing on ahead with Season 8 with Joey and Rachel. I mean, obviously it's the big thing on my mind, and with Rachel now moving into Ross's apartment, A, I could see that leading to some complications, but B, I'm also really looking forward to possibly some fights, battles, or awkward situations with Ross, because, you know, Ross is unhinged. It's just, if you add Ross in an experiment, it's gonna add some chaos and insanity 99% of the time. Like, when is it gonna add just normalcy to your life if you add Ross to the equation? Very, very rarely. So because of that, I'm excited. As always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction that is up on Patreon, that's the best way to support the channel. It's also where you can watch future episodes of Friends if you don't want to wait, you want to support. I am also reacting to The Big Bang Theory, so of course on Patreon you can watch the full uncut versions of that show as well. If not, you can watch them here on YouTube. That's enough talking from me. Let's just get right into it. Friends Season 8, Episodes 15 and 16.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, you too.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day. This is gonna be even more complicated.
Makes us watch the Discovery Channel all day long.
Are you for real?
Boring happened to someone really ugly in the Middle Ages.
I feel like that deserved a bigger laugh.
One lucky to go cup of coffee.
Oh, dang. This is out of control.
Is there anything I can do for you? Do you want to look down my top?
Thanks. Maybe later.
I love that's what she does to cheer him up.
Do you want anything?
I want to be with the woman I love on Valentine's Day. And I want her to love me back.
Gunther can relate.
From the gut-wrenching pain of knowing that that's never going to happen.
We have red bagels.
I'm surprised Gunther's not more sympathetic. If he knew who it was, he would be, right? Like I said, have I said this before on camera? I feel like I have, but I'm just gonna say it again. I want Gunther to have a happy end in the show, right? He needs to meet someone else, fall in love, or he can end up with Rachel. Somehow, Gunther needs to be happy by the end of the show.
Maybe a tiny t-shirt that says "Fossils are my friend."
She knows Ross.
Come on, Mona, don't kiss ass.
Candy and Cookie?
Candy's the mother, Cookie's the daughter.
Oh.
The father's name is also Cookie. Why am I friends with these people?
Who are these people? I want to meet them on the show.
Get Phoebe's opinion on for Valentine's Day.
You don't want my opinion?
Not really. Which one of these do you think would make your little sister look hotter? Best friend would want to do her.
Ross, you deserve that.
The red one.
Yeah, he answers even while sulking. That's what makes Ross incredible.
Hey.
That's a comfort pizza for Joey.
Real live furry playmate.
I'm not sleeping with your friend Jane again.
Her friend isn't a furry friend who dresses up?
Hey,
Oh, dang!
dog. Hey.
Tell me Joey keeps the dog.
We are going to have so much fun. Yes, we are. Oh, not that kind of fun.
Maybe that will cheer Joey up.
Slipping into something a little less comfortable, a little more slutty.
Candy and Cookie?
Oh no. What does he
Monica
think?
got me porn?
No.
Girl on girl porn? She really must love me.
You're gonna feel very differently very soon.
Whoa, that's not pretty.
Yeah, not exactly the same thing.
Worst porn ever, worst porn.
I can't stop!
I am trying.
That confirms that Chandler would be a good reactor.
Well, you're cute, but you're not too smart. Did I just throw this?
Wait, you had one already?
I hope I stop talking like this before my marketing meeting. Yes, I do. Bye-bye, Joey. Oh, seriously, can't stop it.
Imagine if she just speaks like that the whole meeting. That would honestly be great.
Might as well be honest with you. We love her.
Is Rachel listening?
I really miss her.
Oh.
You understand, right? You're a guy. Well, you used to be.
Dogs are the best therapists in the world.
So what do you think?
Oh no, oh no! He's traumatized.
Why were you even watching it?
Got me porn for Valentine's Day.
I mean, that is the truth.
Get you porn for Valentine's Day. You were right.
Oh, dang. Just grabbed the wrong tape.
First time you saw Jaws, long it took to go back in the water.
That's actually a great way to explain it.
You think this is beautiful?
Ow!
Dang, even Monica.
Oh my God! No wonder my mother hates me.
See, honey, there's no...
Don't touch me.
They're gonna stay away from each other for Valentine's Day. It's mutual.
Made with salted fresh water. That's not interesting.
I think it's interesting.
I do too. I missed you.
She really loves him.
Yeah, why don't you have your ex-wife move in with you? That wouldn't be awkward at all.
Yeah. See, I know she wasn't gonna be cool with this.
My boyfriend is living with some woman he got pregnant. So what'd you tell him?
That he's crazy? You're not gonna buy yourself enough time. Dang, that can't fade away. You need to keep on this scene.
Never gonna tell her?
Butter her up first, you know?
How?
Romantic stuff. And then, just when she thinks I'm the best boyfriend in the world,
You're gonna ruin it.
I tell her that my pregnant ex-girlfriend is living with me.
Good luck, man.
She's a lucky, lucky lady.
The history with Ross just isn't gonna happen.
Oh.
Did you give him a beer?
No.
Rachel stuff.
Joey, you bummed him out.
No.
He spends half a day with you and look at him.
He's fine. Hey, look. Get your ball. Get your ball.
Oh no, he is sad.
What have I done to you? I broke the dog. What do you got going on tonight?
Big Valentine's plans.
Oh yeah.
Chinese food on the way. Your saltwater taffy.
Not a bad plan.
Made with seawater.
We actually watched the documentary together.
Oh no. Close the door. Close the door. Get outside right now. Close the door.
Valentine's dinner. Surprise!
This is why surprises are horrible.
Hey, Mona. What's she doing here?
I have no idea.
Is Rachel gonna play along?
Watching TV if anybody needs me.
She knows. She knows.
Lately, she just likes hanging out here.
No.
I think she's lonely. Way too emotional. I mean,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's just my Chinese food.
She has food delivered here?
she's emotional, but ballsy.
Why am I rooting for Ross here?
I've got a surprise for you.
You got another ex-wife back there?
Please start drinking.
That's such a great line. Please start drinking.
Why don't you just go back to your place and give us some privacy?
Is Rachel gonna play along?
Mona, I live here.
Oh no! Oh.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Oh no. It's over. It's over.
Or something to remember me by.
Okay, Ross realizes how bad it is. He just needed to come back a second earlier.
90 seconds is a long time not to think about it. Except all I did was think about it.
You guys need to get busy and like go do something.
My father doing tequila shots. After this, I would gladly make that my screensaver.
No, they're not ready.
I had to get away from all the yelling.
Oh dang.
Or Ross. Footage of someone being born can make you want to kill yourself.
No, wait, now I'm all freaked out. Come on, you guys will watch it with me.
No.
You're gonna make me watch this alone?
I think they are.
Of course not. Let me get the tape.
This is the hardest thing Chandler's ever done.
This reminds me of a very specific part of the tape.
Oh, nice. Why is that baby torturing that woman?
Why have I seen this thing 3 times?
I think that's too much, right?
It's still beautiful.
Ah, it's horrible. I know, I'm so sorry for you.
Is it recommended to watch a birthday video before you have a baby?
Look how happy the mom is now.
Screw you guys, you don't have to do it.
I mean, they tried. They tried, right?
I haven't exactly been the perfect boyfriend.
Not exactly.
I actually judge her for not breaking up with me sooner.
I can understand what you're saying, man.
On Valentine's Day, what's going on, huh? Girl trouble?
Actually, yes.
Sort of.
Really?
Dang, remember when Ross offered to help Joey if he ever had trouble with women?
Sure, it has happened to me.
I mean, that's true.
I got dumped during sex.
dang. That is some judgmental looks over there. I just want to hear that story.
There's this woman that I like.
That you don't know.
It can't happen.
She's not a Tribbiani.
No. Ross, who do you think you're talking to?
Can't do anything about it.
Why not?
It's complicated.
It is.
She's with this other guy.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah, he's the best.
That's sweet.
If you really like her.
Do. So much.
Just tell Ross I want to see the reaction.
You have to go for it. How often does this happen to you, huh?
That's a really good point, though, right? Especially with Joey.
Here's your warm milk.
I'm gonna put the bourbon in it at home. You know?
Of course.
Just talk to the guy.
It's Rachel.
He really just said it? Is it gonna be Red Ross? We don't get to see his reaction? You gotta be kidding me. We don't get to see his reaction right there?
Now you're gonna make yourself watch the whole thing. Just do it.
By yourself this time.
I came to the big city to become a star.
Oh dang.
Maybe it starts with how she gets pregnant.
Someone's gonna come in, Rachel's like, I'm doing research for giving birth, okay? Okay, we pick up right where we were. I like this.
Rachel?
Yes.
I mean, it is a surprise. It was a huge surprise for me, too.
Rachel?
You know who else I like? You.
No, not the same way.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal?
It's a little bit of a big deal.
You can't stop thinking about her? How you can't sleep?
I'm an actor.
Don't back out of it now. No.
Rachel, who's carrying my baby? Rachel?
Yes, that Rachel.
These are just feelings. They're gonna go away.
I don't know if it's that simple.
Ross,
I just have one. Rachel?
Do Ross's reactions ever disappoint? Ever?
Rachel?
Oh, dang. Okay, that's a highlight. That's going on Gunther's highlight reel. That's perfect. What must he be thinking, right? Okay, so now everyone knows except Rachel herself, which that's what I can't tell. I'm just like Joey. I can't tell if Rachel likes him or not. There's some moments where I think maybe, but I just don't know.
Whoa! I think that's the youngest girl ever to reject me.
Do you believe in soulmates?
One perfect person out there for everyone. Stop looking for Russell Crowe.
Certain people are more suited for each other. Soulmates, I don't think they exist.
Okay, good.
I'm more of that mindset.
Last night I met Monica's.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Somebody out there better suited for Monica than me, do you?
Oh, dang.
What's he like?
Change the topic.
He's so centered and mature and confident.
Chandler's like, that's me.
Luckily, the guy she settled for can't hear what you're talking about.
That is pretty inconsiderate. He's right there.
Destined for somebody else, and you're still gonna date him?
May not be my soulmate, but a girl's gotta eat.
Yeah, I don't think that would stop Phoebe, right? I'm not too surprised.
I want to see how you were.
I can't believe it. It's like you and me going out, only weirder.
No.
I know you're hurting, and I want to be supportive, but don't say that again. You have no idea how she would react.
Because women never like Joey. You know, I think he's a virgin.
It's different, though.
He's talking about moving to Vermont. He says he wants to leave the country. He thinks you hate him.
No, I don't hate him.
It's just shocking, right?
He just asked me how he could convert his dollars into Vermont money.
That's cool of Monica to do, to check in on Ross like that.
This is Dawn.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Soulmate.
Sun-dried tomatoes at that place.
What is this, 1985?
Phoebe, isn't that strange?
Not really.
But maybe they're too similar, you know what I mean?
Wow, I really want to talk to you about your menu.
Talk about me, I'm gonna go with you.
Poor Chandler.
Good news is you don't even believe in soulmates.
I believe in tall, handsome strangers.
Great, I love him. Don't worry, we'll find you someone else.
We'll find your real soulmate.
Look, I understand if you came by to hit me, I deserve it.
No, you don't.
I don't want to hit you.
What then? Kick me? Bite me?
Kill you, Joey. Kill you. He wants to kill you.
Hey, Ross. You want to come in for a beer or something?
Have some pizza.
Yeah, sure.
Got any beer?
Oh, come on, Joey.
I am never going to act. I wouldn't want to do
What are you
anything to
gonna do,
jeopardize
then?
my friendship with you.
Ross is going to give him permission, right? such opposite reactions.
I've been in love before.
You're in love with her?
I thought you knew that.
I thought it was just a crush.
Tell her how you feel.
Okay, that's the green stuff talking.
No. Ross is right. And that's really great advice coming from Ross.
I feeling weird about it shouldn't stand in the way.
That's really decent of Ross to say.
So when do you think you're gonna...
Oh my God, I have to tell her.
How is this gonna go down? How are you gonna say it?
What should I say?
I'm understanding, but let's not get carried away. Yeah, tell me about it.
Ross is secretly, gonna chug it. He loves it. He's gonna go home and order a bottle first thing.
Blue cheese in the house.
And you're still married to him?
Taylor's like, it's not funny. It's not funny.
I would like to go to France and eat nothing, just cheese.
Just cheese the
No, I
whole
want
time?
bread. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you want bread.
Great little villa you could stay at. Is it made of cheese?
Definitely.
God, a house made of cheese. Wouldn't that be incredible?
I'd move in tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
Cheese bonding. Is Joey actually gonna do this? Right here? Right now?
I can tell how I feel. Just, I'll get stand up straight.
Or are you gonna run away?
We're confident.
No!
I'm not late for a meeting, so can you just make it quick?
No, it's not a good time.
Why not have dinner with you tonight?
Just leave me a message and tell me where to meet you.
Okay, you delayed it.
Prepare what you're gonna say. Good, yeah.
Yeah, plus she's in a rush.
Don't you people ever knock?
I've been acting weird all afternoon.
Not perfect, but good enough.
Oh, dude.
Jeez, what is with you?
Did you say cheese?
You don't believe in soulmates?
No, but I'm sure tomatoes does.
I don't believe in soulmates either.
Look at that.
I think that we fell in love and we work hard at our relationship.
Yeah.
You don't want to live with Don in a cheese house?
Do you realize how hard that would be to clean?
That's true. That's true.
Greatest mozzarella sticks and jalapeno poppers. No, really? They taste so good.
They do taste good. Come on. Come on.
Are you okay?
The reason
No. Is he gonna say this?
my t-shirt has a picture of Calvin doing Hobbs.
I think Hobbs would like that so much.
Is that a real shirt that's made?
How long have we known each other?
8 years.
It's a long time.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry about the wait, but it is mega jammed in here.
Worst timing ever.
Could you give us a second?
Sure. Seconds up.
You've got to be kidding. Is this waiter clueless?
That kind of table.
You had asked me how long we knew each other. Waiter came over and cut his tip in half.
I think I'm falling in love with you.
Dang, he actually said it. Wow, I didn't think Joey would actually say this. What's she looking over her shoulder for?
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, it's a joke.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't feel the same way.
When?
Our fake date was part of it.
Does it really matter?
Wow, it is hot in here.
You don't have to say anything. Okay, you gotta say something.
I love you so much, but
But
You can move on after this, though, right?
pretty much what I was expecting, you know?
Oh.
I think I'm gonna go.
you cannot do this to a pregnant woman.
Start doing that. Because then you're gonna make me do.
They're both gonna start crying at the restaurant.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
You don't have to be sorry.
you know, I was only kidding.
Yeah, that was a real good one.
Okay, wow, okay, so I was wrong with my initial prediction, right? Oh, dang, they've been hugging that long?
You're gonna be here all night.
I haven't even read them the specials yet.
They're closing up.
I think maybe one of them is dying. I kind of hope it's the girl.
Why?
The guy is really cute.
Alright, so that's Friends, Season 8, Episodes 15 and 16. So for Episode 15, we had a Valentine's Day episode, and we saw each of the characters kind of dealing with that day in a different, unique way. We obviously have Joey sitting there feeling lovesick because he's in love with Rachel. And of course, like anyone who's been there, which most people have been at some point in their life, it can be hard to enjoy anything under those circumstances. And so Phoebe, you know, gets him a dog just to cheer him up temporarily, which I do think can work a lot of the times, right? And I mean, nothing can cheer up your mood much better than a dog, especially if you like dogs, but in this case, it actually kind of backfired. I think Joey was so sad. At first, I thought the dog was pretty happy, just like chilling with Joey on the chair right there and having a nice relaxing afternoon, but I guess not. You know, Joey's mood was too low. He was too depressed to the point where the dog just, I don't know, maybe the dog just was being really low energy, but I feel like he made the dog sad because he was so sad. And then we have Chandler and Monica, and their plans for having an exciting night together did not go so well, thanks to the mix-up with the two different tapes. And Chandler expecting a certain surprise, getting a certain surprise, but he grabbed the wrong tape, and so he got a very different type of surprise. And I guess, I mean, I've never seen a video like that, so I guess I'm in for a surprise one day. But I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, several really strong jokes throughout that. I like when Monica first walked out and Chandler just has that look of complete, you know, his jaw is just, his mouth is wide open, he's in disbelief, and Monica's like, yeah, I still got it, you know, completely misinterpreting that expression of horror and shock on his face. And then I like how her response to it too was completely shocked. And then eventually when Rachel gets around to it, they watch it with her out of solidarity to help her check this out. She also is horrified, and they do their best to kind of like recover and make her feel good about it, but it's hopeless. It's hopeless at the end of the day. And I guess I'd be curious if anyone who has been pregnant or in preparation for having a kid, did you watch a similar type of video? Is there any logic to doing that to kind of know what you're in store for? I mean, as someone who likes to be prepared for things, I could see that idea making sense on a certain level. But I just thought that was a funny way to kind of ruin their Valentine's Day plans completely, and how they were both completely on the same page after having watched that video. But my favorite storyline for Valentine's Day has got to be with Ross and Mona. I like how they addressed like how many things Ross has been messing up in his relationship, because it is kind of an obvious thing how forgetful he's been. But then I love Mona's reaction, right, when she's like laughing at the idea that Rachel would move back in with Ross, and of course he chickens out, he can't tell her under the circumstances. And then when she shows up, I just thought that scene at the end was great. The whole dynamic with Mona showing up at Ross's apartment, Rachel walking around, Mona being shocked, you know, Ross's cover up in that whole scene when he was trying to play it off like Rachel was just crazy and doing all those things, crossing all these, you know, boundaries and lines, and Mona's just reacting. I thought that worked really, really well. And then of course Rachel tells Mona the truth, you know, not knowing that Mona doesn't know. And then it's over. I kind of wish we had seen the breakup scene, just because I feel like the dynamic with Ross and Mona is pretty entertaining, but maybe it was a little more serious. Maybe we got to see a less funny and more angry side of Mona. Although, to be honest, no, I take that back. I would have loved to see Ross trying to recover and make excuses throughout that whole breakup. I mean, he knew it was over, though, to be fair. You know, he was like, this is your parting gift. This is no longer your Valentine's Day present. And he, to be honest, even after all that, Ross didn't seem that heartbroken, so I don't think he was in love with Mona. I think it was better for both of them to end things sooner rather than wait and just delay the inevitable. By the way, I feel like Mona's response is pretty much what would be expected, right? I can't imagine many people, if they heard like, oh yeah, my ex who I'm having a kid with, who I swear I have no feelings for, but they're moving back to stay with me in my apartment. Like, how many people would be okay with that? Maybe some would be, and you could let me know, but I feel like the normal response, and obviously this was a special case with Ross and Rachel, but I feel like it's very understandable that Mona kind of thought that was a laughable idea and didn't think that's something Ross would actually consider. I guess at the end of the day, she ultimately didn't know Ross too well. I will have to say, though, just about Mona before I move on to other stuff, is I think that unlike any other girl that I can remember that Ross has dated, including Rachel, I don't think anyone was as understanding and supportive of Ross's kind of niche interests that 99% of people think is boring and uninteresting. But she seemed very supportive. And when we first saw her character, and I think they were joking about the Ukrainian movie, like, to me, I kind of took that as an indication that it's not necessarily that Mona has the same interests as Ross. I don't. I think she's like most people. She thinks a lot of those things are really boring, but she cared for Ross in such a sincere and strong way that she was really patient with all that stuff, even to the point of, you know, when Ross is like, oh yeah, that wasn't an interesting fact, which wasn't that interesting, but she's kind of supportive, being like, no, that was interesting, that was nice. So, you know, I have to say, like, I do think that Mona fell for Ross in a genuine way and actually cared for him for who he was, you know, not just for a side of himself that he was pretending to be. But at a certain point, too much of Ross was just too much. But then the big event of that episode was, of course, Joey telling Ross that it was Rachel. And I kind of like that. At first I was a little bit frustrated that we didn't get to see Ross's reaction, but we did get to see Ross's reaction. They just saved it for the next episode, which I do think was it's a good way to build the suspense for a big moment like that. And then episode 16, we have Monica's new soulmate introduced by Phoebe. And I guess I'll just ask everyone here, since it's kind of an interesting topic, at least I find it interesting. Maybe I'm being Ross right now. But do people believe in soulmates? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I'm definitely more of the Chandler's idea. Depends on what people mean by soulmate. I guess I do believe that you can find a partner and fall in love and feel connected, not just romantically, but on a lot of other things. And so it feels like a soulmate. But I guess I don't believe in soulmate in the sense of there's one single individual on planet Earth who is destined to be with you, and it's just that one person, right? I feel like that's just a little bit too far for me to stretch. It seems a little bit too idealistic, and sure, that would be a cool way for the world to operate, but I guess as someone who doesn't believe in destiny or fate, it's just, that seems so unscientific to me. Which, of course, using the word science when you're talking about romance is a pretty unromantic thing to do, but I just think we have to stay grounded a little bit in reality here. That doesn't, staying grounded in reality for me doesn't take away from the intensity of my feelings and love for someone else. But I'm sure there's plenty of people who feel differently. So if you have a different view about soulmates, you do believe in soulmates, or maybe if you have a more complicated view on a life partner or a soulmate, you can feel free to share your opinions in the comments down below. Especially, I would love to hear if anyone has like some scientific research that could back up the idea that soulmates do exist. That would be fascinating. But, you know, I feel like, you know, poor Chandler is feeling a little bit insecure when this guy is, you know, seemed like he has a lot of shared opinions with Monica. But to be fair, I think that's really what it was. That guy had a lot of similar interests and ideas with Monica, and of course that's a refreshing thing, but I think that's very different from even what people would call a soulmate. Like, a soulmate is not a copy and paste version of yourself. At least I don't think many people like that. Maybe narcissists love that. And I can see, you know, obviously why Chandler would be insecure a little bit about that, but I think his conversation with Monica, like, Monica didn't like that guy like that. She was very happy with Chandler. And I did think it was cool, too, that Monica didn't believe in soulmates, you know, and that showed that, even though I don't think that's a super important thing to be on the same page about, I feel like that was kind of the lesson of that story. It's like, you can have very different interests and different hobbies and still work as a great couple, a strong couple, and be deeply in love. It's really, as long as a few of those important things in life you're on the same page about, that's what matters. And then, to be honest, having some differences of opinion, some different tastes, make things less boring, right? You don't want to have everything be exactly like you. But of course, the big thing was the Joey storyline, right? And first we got to see Joey's conversation with Ross, and Ross's reaction was great. It was very entertaining. He just couldn't get over the shock of it being Rachel, and that's about all he said. That whole conversation was just Rachel. But then Monica was really cool. She went over to Ross's place on Joey's behalf, but also just to check in on Ross, I feel like, out of sisterly love. And, you know, Ross, once he calmed down a little bit, got his senses about him, he was really cool about the whole thing. I mean, he went over not only to tell Joey that it's okay, but even to the point of advising Joey that he needs to tell Rachel how he feels, that that's the best way to move forward. And it's not like it wasn't weird for Ross. Like, he was so over Rachel, he just didn't care. It's clear that Ross did care, but he cares about his friendship with Joey and for what's best for Rachel too, that she should know in case she does feel the same way about Joey. So I just think major props to Ross for being really cool about that under the circumstances. I also like the recurring gag of that scene, how Ross loved the drink that Rachel left behind, but Joey hated it, so Ross had to pretend like he hated it, but he clearly loved it. I mean, what was that, like Midori melon or something? I'm not sure, I didn't get a good look at the bottle. And then we actually get to have the scene with Joey telling Rachel. And they didn't drag it out longer than I thought. I was like, oh, that's a huge thing. They're going to save that for a little bit later. They just gave us Ross finding out. But no, Joey doesn't tell Rachel, you know, when she's rushing and she's late. Thankfully, I feel like that would have been a big mistake. But he takes her out to dinner and he actually tells her. And poor Rachel, you know, and poor Joey too. I mean, I feel bad for both of them under the circumstances. I mean, it seemed pretty clear to, like, Rachel's response is exactly what I would have expected Rachel's response to be if Joey had said that at the beginning of the season. And I'm not too surprised by it, even at this point in the season. But like I said, there were a few moments, I forget which episodes it was specifically, but in particular when they went out on the date together, the quote-unquote date, where it seemed like they had some chemistry, and it wouldn't have been unbelievable if you told me, like, oh, Rachel was feeling a little bit of something too. But no, it turns out, you know, she cares for Joey, but just as a friend, and she's never looked at him that way. It was just one-sided from him. And of course she feels really bad, and she does, you know, she's worried that it's going to hurt their friendship. And I think Joey, you know, he was hurt, obviously. Of course anyone would be, but I think he handled it in a really mature way as well. And I like how it wrapped up with both of them sobbing and holding on to each other. Yeah, so that was the conclusion. Like I said, you know, when I first made my predictions, I actually thought they were going to get together. And then as things started progressing, I was less certain of that. But I made my prediction at the beginning, so at the end of the day, I was just wrong about that. I guess I'm a little bit curious what's going to happen now. Is that the end? Is Joey going to take some more time to fully get over Rachel? I feel like that might happen, but I'm very curious from a storytelling perspective what the writers are going to do with this. Are they just going to decide, okay, that's the conclusion for now, let's move on to something different? Or is it going to have... is it going to affect the rest of the season somehow, in some way, with Joey getting over it? Is there going to be some awkwardness they have to get over? Is Joey going to fall in love with someone else as a way of getting over Rachel? I don't know. But I will have to say that I've really enjoyed this arc, even if this is the end of it. I'm kind of hoping it's not. I feel like there's other things that could be done that might be interesting. But even if this is the end of this storyline for this season, I was very surprised. I found it very engaging. It definitely took things in a different direction. And just, I love spending more time with Joey's character in a more serious story arc, and seeing him in this tricky situation, and seeing him be in love and not knowing what to do. I feel like that shows us a very interesting side of Joey. Two very interesting episodes, two very funny episodes, and we're almost there. We're not at the end of the season, but we're slowly approaching towards the end, right? Which is crazy. But as always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is up on Patreon, along with future episodes of Season 8 if you don't want to wait and care to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.